and welcome to Let's Get Real with Jill. I am your host, Jill Van Dusen, and I have Shaline Jane with me. Second time here at the Get Real with Jill show. Thank you, Shaline. So today we're going to be diving into something that literally flows through all of us, and that is water. Water. Super important. You need it to survive. You also need it to have beautiful skin, okay, because that's really important to us. But do you really know, honestly, guys, think about this. Do you really know what you're putting into your body? The water that you are consuming, do you know what's really in it? And so today we're going to take the time to discuss water and how important it is. And it's about your health, and if you're not drinking the right stuff when you think you are, you're actually hurting your body. So we're going to put down that soda can. I don't care if you drink soda, diet soda, get rid of it. Water is all you need, the correct water for hydration. Ask yourself this question. Would you give your 1-year-old daughter or son a soda or diet soda? No. So it's interesting because, like, why do people have that in their refrigerator anyway? Because why would you at 13, 20, 50, whatever, have any of that stuff in your refrigerator? All right, you guys. So we're going beyond hydration today. We're going to be talking about health at the cellular level, what kind of water we're really drinking, and how does pH, ionization, and antioxidant properties affect your body. And we're specifically going to really talk about pH today with Shaline. So I'm super excited to welcome this beautiful woman, the founder of Hydration Love. And she also, you may have seen her on my previous show, she is the president of the Salvation Army Auxiliary Group, a new leader there for the Del Oro division. She is everywhere. She is about community. She's about faith. And if you go on her Facebook cover page, it says, "Dear God, thank you for everything." And thank you, Shaline.
Thank you so much, y'all.
I so appreciate you.
I'm so honored.
And you're just such a magnet. I swear. I want to be her best friend. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, and tell us what you're going to be doing today for us.
It's so just to give you a little background, I've been teaching the science and properties of water for 17 years. And so this is a subject matter that I'm extremely, and I would say, an expert at, with over 20 plus books, dozens and 20, 30 plus doctors of interviews, and traveling the world, really asking a lot of questions. I was a big skeptic. Mm-hmm. So, I wanted to know the truth about water, and I wanted to know it from a scientific level and really what it meant for preventative health. And so I kind of want to show you about my background, what got me into the water, why this is something that I'm passionate about. But also today I'm really excited because you're going to learn the properties of water. So we'll dive into the 3 properties of water. We'll also dive into medical devices and ionization and what that means. Okay. We'll talk about molecular size of water, pH of water, negative and positive charged water and what that means. There's a lot of buzzwords right now. So I don't want anyone being bamboozled by BS marketing. I really want you to gain the knowledge so you're an educated consumer.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? You said 17 years. Okay, because I really feel like this whole water thing has been so much current now. And so many buzzwords. But this is 17 years in the making. Mm-hmm. What made you think about this 17 years ago, you guys? That's a big aha. Actually.
Yeah, my dad had a stroke, and he had a brain aneurysm. I didn't know what a stroke was. And so when I started researching, I'm like, how did my dad get a stroke? He was successful. He was a CPA. He lived in the Bay Area. He made great money and income. He partied like a rock star, like most people that were successful. And with him getting a stroke in his 40s,
oh my gosh,
half of his body became paralyzed. So as a little girl, I saw my dad be a normal, regular human, ripping and running, and then all of a sudden he was in a wheelchair and he was unable to walk, and then he had 24-hour care. So for the rest of his life, his trajectory changed at that moment. So I realized it doesn't matter how much money I make, how successful I become. If I get sick, you spend all the money trying to get better. And you wish you would have known the things that we're going to learn today about what we can do to do preventative health.
Okay.
And I'm an action-oriented person. I'm like, when I gain knowledge, we apply knowledge and it becomes wisdom. So using that wisdom to really make better choices for our lives really just ignited my passion to learn more about this. And my mom had cancer. She's a cancer survivor. So,
good for her.
And my whole family was sick. If you're like my family, we eat really good in our family, everything under the sun, but that comes with some challenges. Sometimes you have arthritis and gout, diabetes, high blood pressure, eczema, psoriasis, acne. So there's a lot of issues that are coming about through our food and through our water. And I was on a quest to debunk myths and actually learn the truth about it. And now I teach it because I wish, and I'm so glad that someone taught it to me.
Right. Yeah. And it's changed your life too.
Yeah. I personally I didn't think anything. I was drinking water for beauty pageants and for playing soccer and basketball and sports. For me, I was drinking water all the time. I was buying gallons of these waters all the time. Yeah. And when I switched my water to Kangen water from Enagic, I lost 40 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
I lost 10 pounds a month for 4 months. And I got off all my medication I was taking migraine medication. And the doctor, I got sick in Mexico. I got on thyroid medication. And I was hypoglycemic. So I got rid of all my medication. It got rid of my eczema that I grew up with as a kid.
Oh my gosh.
I used to have cracking and bleeding on my hands from my eczema. That went away and it cleared up my acne.
So, you know what this says to me? And I mean, we're not doctors, obviously. Though I think so many times we have a symptom of something, we go to the doctors and they're throwing us stuff.
Drugs.
When really it's about what are we putting in our body? And everybody knows I'm all about health and wellness. And this is all medicine. Anything we're putting in our body is our own medicine that we're doing. So and you guys, if you can just see, her skin is beautiful.
It's amazing because water affects 70% of our body's water. But when we're born as babies, we're 90% water. And so, when we die, we die less than 40% water. So we're going to talk a lot about water, truth, and water things like how much water should you drink a day?
Right, right.
I always say you need a minimum of 50% of your body weight in ounces. So whatever you weigh, whatever your weight is, divide by 2, and that's the number of how many ounces of water minimum you should be drinking, minimum.
Okay.
So if you weigh 200 pounds, half of 200 pounds is 100 ounces of water a day is what you minimum, because you're losing that every day.
Okay.
You're losing that through perspiration, bowel movements, and urination, all of that daily. So if you're not replenishing that bare minimum and then hydrating the body, you're dehydrated.
You know, it's interesting too, that our aunt, she does not like water at all. She's in her 80s and she's in assisted living. And when my sister and I talk to her, she'll be like, oh, I don't feel good today. And we are always ordering her water, how important it is for her water. We're like, Patty, and she goes, I just don't feel good. And it's like, and we're like, it's because you're not drinking your water.
Dehydration.
Yes, it's total dehydration.
Dehydration. So a lot of these, so we picked up brand new bottles, especially for a live demonstration. I always make sure I do brand new bottles. So
I see what you're saying.
And so we're going to test all of these. We haven't been open. So this is Aquafina. These are like the most, I would say the most that you're found in your stores. Like Kirkland is Costco.
Right.
We have Signature Selected, which is a lot of the grocery stores. They'll carry that. Great Value can be found at either Walmart or Target generally. Aquafina is a product of reverse osmosis. And so we'll talk about reverse osmosis water because a lot of families have reverse osmosis water in their home.
What does that mean, reverse osmosis?
Yeah, the history of reverse osmosis is actually, we created reverse osmosis during the industrial era. So when we were building buildings in the United States and piping and freeways, a lot of the piping, they didn't want to rust the pipes. So they created a reverse osmosis water to be able to take out all the bad stuff out of the water.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Which is good for piping and industrial things and commercial. It wasn't necessarily used for our bodies. The reason why is if we lived in a third world country, reverse osmosis would probably be okay. But we live in America, if you live in the US, or the thing is that reverse osmosis takes out all the good nutrients that your body needs.
Okay.
So if you don't have those minerals in your water, it'll leach it from your bones and your teeth.
Oh.
And you end up with osteoporosis. So people that have
that's huge. Yeah.
drink or reverse osmosis for long periods of time, you'll start seeing that there's osteoporosis is prevalent.
Wow. Okay.
And so a lot of these waters, Dasani does a lot of branding.
Okay. Right.
But Dasani is actually banned in Europe.
Oh, that tells you a lot, right?
2007 International Bad Product Award.
Just what?
Yeah. Basically,
I didn't even know there was a such thing as a bad product award.
Yeah, but it's sold everywhere, and I think that when we just look at something, you think water is just water.
Right.
They're all the same. They all look clear. They're all in these bottles. We even picked up a spring water. A lot of people buying the glass, and you're spending a lot. Like, how much money do you pay for a glass?
And this is called spring water. So people think it's going to be, or Mountain Spring, it's going to be like good water for you.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about the pocketbook. Like, how much do you spend on water every month?
Well, that would be like $8 at the airport.
Right. Or even $9, yeah.
For 9, right?
And then I even grabbed, I grabbed the Gatorade because in a clear one, the most clear one, this represents all sports drinks.
Okay.
Because a lot of moms and parents are buying.
Yes.
We buy our kids like, oh, you're playing sports this semester. Okay, let me buy cases of Gatorade or any sports drinks because you need the electrolytes. And then this, I chose Sprite to represent all the sodas.
Okay.
So anything that's carbonated, it's just Sprite, it's clear.
It should not be in people's refrigerator anyway.
No, cancer causing. And
okay, you know what? I like that. You know, kids, ask your parents if they'll give you a cancer causing drink, because I get really weird like with this stuff. It gets me so mad that this stuff is even on the shelves.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's free enterprise in America. So the biggest thing is that we have to look at that anybody, you and I can start a bottled water company right now for the toilet water and label it, wrap it, and sell it on the market, and it would not be regulated.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. This is the biggest scam in American history, is bottled water in America.
So so what was this last one?
This is our actual Kangen water. So Kangen water is a water that comes strictly from a Enagic Japanese medical device.
Okay.
So Enagic for over 50 plus years has been manufacturing medical devices for hospitals in Japan.
Okay.
What we did is we took it out of the Japanese hospitals and actually put it in our homes and our businesses.
Okay.
So you can have it in your office, in your kitchen office. You can have it at home in your kitchen, and it's portable, so you can travel with it, which is super cool.
Yeah.
So Mariah Carey has it on her tour bus. Aerosmith and I, we both share the same case. We have a travel case that's actually right up front.
Okay.
And I'll show you in a little bit of what that looks like, but he travels with his. Tom Brady, Manny Pacquiao, they all have it furnished in all their homes.
Really? Okay.
And then you can throw it in a backpack.
Wow.
As a carry-on.
Okay. So through that becomes this.
Yes. So through this, we actually attach it to any faucet, and it diverts the water from the faucet into the machine, and it comes out of this hose. Okay. And there's 2 waters always being made at the same time. So by a push of a button, you can change the pH of water.
Okay.
For cooking, cleaning, sanitizing, beauty water.
What is, just real quick, because it just came into my head, and I know you're going to go through this, and we're talking about the pH, but what does distilled water mean? I don't understand.
Like when it's evaporated.
Okay.
So, yeah, so when you're boiling water and it's like evaporating, or you're distilling it, so it just goes through, it's like vapor that turns into water.
Okay. Because like people will say, oh, for your iron, to iron, you need distilled water. I'm like, I don't know, I just use water.
Yeah. Well, because usually there's things that are particles, or the weight of it will evaporate, and then you'll just keep the clean water.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with like with pH and stuff like
No.
that? Okay.
Distilled water doesn't
Okay.
have it. And that's a really good question.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when people talk to me about water, they're talking about different properties. And so today we want to learn the correct property of
Okay.
whatever that question is. So here there's 3 properties of water.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. There's molecular size, which is big water and small water. So
Okay.
our water, the molecular size is a hexagonal molecule, meaning it's a 6 to 7 sided molecule. It's smaller, so it can permeate and penetrate through the cellular tissue, which is extremely important for hydration. All of these waters are large molecules, so when it rains and it comes down through the piping and all the things, by the time we drink this water, it's really large, so it's about 19 to 20 molecules. It's you ever get bloated when you're drinking water?
Yes, yes.
That
yes,
is why,
Yes.
because the molecular size is large. So because it's so large, you get bloated. So a lot of people don't finish a whole bottle of water. They'll sip it 2 or 3 or 4 times, get halfway, or if they do, then they're bloated, they're one and done.
Okay.
But how many of these do you need a day?
A lot.
A lot.
A
Most
lot.
people are
Yeah.
only drinking maybe 2 a day if they're lucky.
Oh, okay.
So because the water molecule is large.
And then I think you talked about cells, because I don't think people understand how important to keep healthy cells.
So we actually create healthy cells, and healthy cells are 90% water. So,
Okay.
and blood, the blood is over 90% water. That's running to our brain all the way. So high blood pressure, we'll talk about that. And so I want to show you the pH of it, so then you'll see the color. So phenol red is something you can find at like a science class. You can find it for your whole store.
Okay.
So all we're gonna do is test pH. And I'll give you a pH chart just so then you can see it. The pH chart is right here on top. And so pH chart, potential hydrogen. Potential hydrogen goes from 0 to 14. Half of 14 is 7, so 7 is always neutral. Anything below 7 is acid.
Oh.
It's acidic. So acid means that it's aging, it's taking oxygen from the cells, it's creating more sickness and disease. All sickness and disease stem from an acidic environment in the body. And we'll go through those things.
Yeah.
Anything above 7 is alkaline. So there's this big buzzword about alkaline water.
Yes, yes.
But
yes.
alkaline water is not
right.
created equal either.
Okay.
Don't get bamboozled by the word alkaline.
That's a
Alkaline
big
water
deal.
just
Okay.
means it's above 7.
Okay. Okay.
So if I'm at 7.2, I'm now called alkaline water.
Okay.
But why? And this is a logarithmic chart.
Okay. Right.
A logarithmic chart. So when you go from 7 to 6, you're 10,000 times more acidic.
Okay.
And when you go from 6 to 5, 10,000 times 10, at pH 5, you're 100,000 times more acidic. Huge jump.
And people do not know this, and they're not testing the water
And
they're
they're not
drinking, and they're going to be shocked.
Yeah, and they're just seeing,
They're gonna
oh,
be
that says
shocked.
alkaline water, that's good for me.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything. I could put chemicals. So let's look at this.
Okay.
Let's see the
Oh my
truth
gosh, this
about
is
all of this bottled water.
Consumer education,
Yes.
you guys. This is what it's about.
So
do you
what
need
we
help?
want-
No? You good?
Yeah, here, you could drop some
Oh,
drops.
am I going to do it correctly?
Yeah. 2 or 3 drops in each one.
Okay.
And
1, 2. Ooh.
look at that.
Oh my God, they're different colors.
Colors.
I thought we were creating a rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay. What
So
the?
you
Oh, is
see-
this white wine? And water turned into wine.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jesus.
So
Okay.
look at
What
that.
the heck?
How all of these waters are yellow. Like this
I
is
like the purple.
great value acid.
Okay, so so do you go to your chart?
So I go to my chart and then
Okay.
it says it's yellow and that's acid. So millions of Americans every single day buy cases of these bottled water and don't know they're buying acid. Look at this one. This is acid.
Whoa, okay.
So if I told you, hey, give me your money and I'll sell you acid water, would you buy it?
No.
No. Most people do though.
Okay,
And
what is this one?
So this, see how the color's a little neutral?
Yes.
But you have to read the ingredients. When you read the ingredients, this water says it is reverse osmosis, and it has chemicals. So it has with minerals added for taste. They add minerals to it to raise the pH. So it says here, potassium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, calcium citrate, sodium chloride, magnesium oxide. So they put chemicals to raise the pH, and they did it for taste because it tastes really bad.
So that's why it does look better.
It looks better
because of what they're adding in. So it's nothing natural. Oh
it's
my
nothing
gosh,
natural.
You guys, this is from my house. Yikes.
And then this is a plastic. It's a
Okay.
plastic that's leaching a gas that you can't smell it and you can't taste it.
Can we, I definitely want to touch about plastics too when we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Aquafina. Acid.
Whoa, okay, Aquafina. I don't like the taste of Aquafina. Well, I'm not going to
Dasani.
drink it anymore anyway.
Acid.
Holy cow.
It's yellow. So there's so much that people don't know. Now, spring water always comes up a little better and it's
Okay.
glass. But the thing is that you're paying a lot of money for this.
Right.
You're paying a lot of money and it's heavy. You're carrying it back and forth from the store. And then
This is heavy.
it's really heavy and it's extremely expensive. Even for a case of that can go for $20, $30 plus dollars.
Okay.
I have some families paying $30, $40 a case.
For this stuff.
And
This
if you
is
need at least
expensive.
2 or 3 cases for the entire family, plus you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing
Right.
all these things, the price tag on this is so expensive. And so I'm like, save your money. Look at how toxic and acidic all the sports drinks, Gatorades, Powerades.
So this is, wait, is this worse? The pH? Okay.
It's even
Oh.
worse.
Oh my gosh, you guys. And then because of the hot weather right now?
Yep, the plastic.
Kids are getting this today.
And it's orange. Yellow, orange are the worst. Look how beautiful
I
Kangen
like that
water
one.
is.
Okay.
Look how
Oh my
gorgeous
gosh.
this is. It comes up to a 9.5 pH alkalinity. It comes fresh out of the machine. The first 20 minutes is the most potent antioxidants as well.
Okay.
So this is just pH, but it's negatively charged and it's an electron donor to cells, so it puts oxygen back into
Okay,
cells.
repeat what you just said, because I
Yeah.
think that's really important. And it's an
Mhm.
okay, you say electronic.
It's through electrolysis, so ionization, it splits the water to positive and negative ions. We want the negative charged ions
Okay.
because negative is antioxidants.
Okay, got
Negative
it.
charge.
Okay. So, what was it that was used? These
pH drops,
they're just
phenol red.
Okay.
Just pH drops. You can find them at pool stores.
Okay.
To test the
Okay,
pH
so
of your
it's giving
pool.
pH.
Yes.
Okay. Oh gosh,
Mhm.
should I put that in my pool?
But
Yeah,
okay, I want to show you something because
Okay.
this is what's really cool about this water. Oh, I want to test 3 other waters that we didn't have room and space
Yes,
for, so
yes.
we'll do that too.
Okay.
But check this out. This is the water that is coming out of our medical device. Can you come over here to see this?
Yeah.
Look at this. Once you can change your water, you can change your life.
What the heck?
This is how you alkalize the body and be able to get rid of
my
toxic.
gosh.
It makes it
That
way more.
is
Now these
crazy.
ones are so acidic. It does not matter how much water.
These.
These
Oh,
are
soda
sodas,
and that
sports
Gatorade.
drinks are, and those are diluted, right? We dilute those. I always say, let me just take a capful. I won't even take a lot. This is a diluted amount. We'll take a capful of this, and check this out, Jill. What happens when
Ooh.
it goes back to acid?
Whoa.
Just one capful
Oh my
and we diluted this. So this is how powerful what pH does in the body.
Yeah.
And
people
so
are drinking this crap every day.
every day. And what
Excuse my
happens is
language.
that you
Yeah.
have to constantly clean out the fishbowl of our bodies. We think about a fishbowl. The fish sit in there and they poop and you feed them, and decades of our life go by, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Now you're having health problems and issues and inflammatory pain, or you're saying my back hurts, my neck hurts, like all of these things. Now you're seeing, oh, what have I been giving to my body for decades of my life? And now my body's so acidic, it's creating arthritis.
Yeah.
Arthritis is acid buildup in the joints. It's acid that crystallizes. Because when the body has too much acidity, it crystallizes. and that creates inflammatory pain.
And you know what's tough too, Shaline, is that people that are young in their 20s, let's say, that they're not under their parents' realm anymore, they are drinking this stuff thinking, oh, I'm young, this isn't going to hurt me. But it will eventually catch up.
Yeah.
And I mean, people, I challenge people to go in their refrigerator today and see what they have in there and test the pH levels for sure. But you guys, get rid of the Gatorade and the sodas.
Yeah, the sodas,
you're just killing yourself. Even if it's diet or zero, it's such just a bad, there's nothing good in any of it, obviously.
Yeah, if you want electrolytes, opt for coconut water.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you about that. So what should kids...
Coconut water, sea salt.
Okay.
And then there's also great videos on certain fruits you can blend that are great electrolyte. And so I want to test, this is the water that one of our great dear friends brought in from Whole Foods, right? So Whole Foods had a alkaline water machine, so we wanted to test that pH. This was from your kitchen downstairs.
Yes, refrigerator.
This is your refrigerator water that's filtered.
Oh, I'm scared.
And then I also wanted to show you, moms are buying baby water. You can actually buy a gallon of baby water at the store. And
they're thinking they're doing the right
thing, like,
because it says baby water.
And some people probably think, oh, this is a really good quality water because it's for babies.
Right.
And so I wanted to test, it says Pure Life Baby Purified Water.
It's all about the marketing.
So we want to test these pHs, and what I want to show you is alkalinity is good, but remember the molecular size and also the antioxidants are not there. Okay. So you might have one property of water like pH that is sold at Whole Foods.
Okay.
Well, we'll detox the body of acid waste, but it might be too large of a molecule that's not hydrating the body, and also it's not an antioxidant. It could still be acidifying the body.
Because you want all of it. We're just showing the pH but not everything. Okay.
And so this is what shows me is tap water. So tap water is usually, the government regulates our city water.
Okay.
And then what they do is they put chemicals. Remember the other bottled water that came up blue like this? Mm-hmm. It was because they had all these chemicals they had to put in the water to raise the pH because they care about the city pipes.
Okay.
They don't want to rust the city pipes, so they put in those chemicals. They care about their pipes, not our pipes.
Right. And there's some cities around here that their water's an issue.
And then look at baby water. Baby water comes up acidic. Wow. And so 6.0, even when you're jumping that one little half
it's a big deal.
It's a big deal on this. And the great thing is that you can just go back to, the good thing is that we know that you can still get alkaline water, but I always say that it comes back to,
wow, because this has everything.
This has everything.
So it's changing. My pH in my refrigerator wasn't too bad, though it was only one thing, where this is providing the whole thing. Okay,
right, because you need the trifecta.
Yeah.
The reason why I was able to lose weight, get off of pharmaceutical drugs, and also it makes other waters that I can do for my skin. So I actually have like 2.5 pH that kills and disinfects bacteria, 99% of bacteria. It'll kill salmonella, E. coli, acne, psoriasis.
Where do you spray
this is a topical spray. I spray it on my face, my eyes, if I get a cut, a sore.
Oh, do this on my I felt the other day.
And the thing is that these, you don't have to use Neosporin.
That's what
baggage sprays. This is all of it right here, and it's non-toxic for moms that have babies. Great way to cook, to clean and disinfect the whole house with no toxic chemicals.
So is this good then for the cells? Like it's healing the cells or something? Okay.
It's a smaller molecule, but it's a 2.5 highly acidic. Okay. But it kills all the bacteria. So you can spray your food, like when you're making poultry or fish or meat and you're cooking.
That's all. How do you get that?
It comes in the machine. It's just a press of a button.
Oh,
this
it
one
does that too.
It does that too. Oh my gosh. And then it makes, so I put put them in like spray bottles like this.
Oh my
For
gosh.
cleaning my bathroom, my kitchens, and it's all non-toxic, no
Okay.
chemicals.
So here's the thing so because you know how cleaning supplies are horrible for
Yeah.
us and very expensive. Very expensive. So really, you're going to end up saving over the
So much
long
money.
run because you're only putting water in there.
Right.
And you're just buying your little plastic thing.
Yep. You can do glass or plastic. I put it in dark bottles. So
Oh my
they're
gosh.
PBA free, and it's great because, and then I have and then we go to 11.5. This is 11.5.
Okay.
So it's a higher alkalinity, and
Okay.
this emulsifies oil,
What does that mean?
meaning that we can actually degrease. We can do
Oh.
degreasing, and we can wash fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
So did you know that they spray oil-based pesticides and herbicides on our food?
I did not. I knew
There's
there
like
was
this
stuff,
wax
but
that goes
okay.
on our apples.
Oh,
or,
yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
Have you heard of the Dirty Dozen?
No.
So there's the Dirty Dozen foods that are at the grocery store that are the highest amount of pesticides
Yes.
and herbicides sprayed on our food. It's called the Dirty Dozen.
Yes.
Strawberries, blueberries, things that your berries are highly sprayed.
So then, do you? Because everybody they're going to organic or farmers market or no matter whatever you're buying.
Whatever
I know
you're
you're
buying.
going to be picky about it, of course, because the health and wellness is important. When you bring it home, do you still spray it?
Yeah, I disinfect it and then I degrease it. So where I emulsify the oil that's sprayed on our food, and the flavor comes out way better.
Really?
The chefs and the restaurants that are using this in their restaurants, that it changes the flavor.
Wow. Okay. So I have two questions. Well, the first one is because we see this, people that are now tuning in with this whole water stuff.
Yeah.
Because again, it's becoming more of a buzzword, even though this has been around for 17 years, you've been using.
Yeah.
What if people are like, oh, I can just get this on Amazon?
Yeah,
Like,
great
tell us-
question. I'm
Okay.
so glad because I had friends when I first started. I had friends that was like, "Oh, I can buy a machine and just Google it and buy it for $2,000 or $3,000 less." I was like, "Okay." The thing is, though, what you have to learn as a consumer about these machines is that there's a lot of assemblers out there. So they buy cheap parts. You got to think of like a car. Everyone can have a car that has 4 wheels and whichever make or model. It still is a car, but why do you drive a Mercedes versus, a Hyundai? Nothing against Hyundai.
Right.
But it's just the make.
Yeah.
So we manufacture, we're OEM, we're original equipment manufacturing, meaning that from start to finish, it's a medical device with medical grade parts made in a medical facility.
That we as consumers can get.
Yes.
Okay.
Other companies, what they do is they buy cheap parts and they source them and they build a machine and they sell it on the market and they spend a lot of money on marketing dollars.
Okay.
But what happens is water erodes, just like water erodes coastlines.
Yeah.
And after time, water is running through these plates. If they're not medical grade plates, you'll actually get toxic poisoning from the metal.
Makes sense.
It makes sense, but you have to think about it. Most people are like, "Oh, I got an alkaline medical, I got an alkaline machine, and I bought it on Amazon." And I'm like, I always like cringe because I'm like, gosh, because in 2 to 3 years, generally what happens is those machines, the water starts tasting bad because you start tasting the metals.
Yes.
And then you end up at the hospital because you have toxic metal poisoning.
Okay, it's an example is when years ago, when you would go to the dentist, it's probably before you were born, people would get silver cavities or caps. They don't do that anymore. And that has been making people sick. Yes. So you think what you're buying on Amazon, no, you got to look at the internal parts.
And a lot of times people go, "Well, I can buy that same machine on Amazon, someone's selling it."
Yeah.
The thing is that when you buy it, you don't know if it's been dropped. You don't know if there's been chemicals put into the machine that voided the warranty. I just would not go that way at all. The company has a 5-year warranty.
Okay.
We have a service departments all over the world. You can actually walk into an office and find a service department of ours. Other companies don't have brick and mortars. They just sell it online. You will blow $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and never see your money again, and you can't return it, and you have a not a functioning machine. So it's just, don't.
So the
Don't go that
OEM
route.
is super important, and then I think too that to be able to do your house cleaning without the chemicals, that's going to save you a ton over the long run anyway.
Anyways.
So I want to talk about businesses though, because so many businesses, you know, you see the water trucks, they drop off the big things.
5-gallon jugs,
Yes, so.
I've tested Culligan, I've tested Alhambra, they're all acid.
Okay, so.
And then the plastic.
And the plastic, because it's sitting in the plastic.
It's sitting in the plastic bottles.
So, do you know much about the whole plastic thing that's
okay,
can you talk about that?
So we know PBA free has been big. It's like this big long word. It's a huge PBA free. The plastic is leaching this gas. And this gas is, you can't smell it and you can't taste it. And water has been sitting in a bottle for over a year before you even get it to drink.
Oh.
Also, you got to think about when during summertime and you go to the grocery stores, there's cases of bottled water sitting outside. They're just, the heat is just on those plastic bottles, and you're picking up cases right in front of the store, not thinking that this is actually cancer in a bottle. This water has now become a cancerous water because the gas is leached into it. We saw it today that it's acid. Yeah. And so you're paying for cancer in a bottle. That's terrible. And drinking it thinking that
it's good.
It's good for you. It's the biggest scam in American history.
So my niece Melissa, she bought me a really good tumbler, I forget which kind and whatever, and said, no, you cannot be drinking out of plastic. I'm like, what do you mean?
Right.
And that was a few years ago. And even though I still do buy that, I do need to get out of the habit of that. And I do use tumblers. So what do you use to drink out of?
So this is one of mine. I have several of these. I have big ones, and then I always order different kinds.
Yeah.
So I use a PBA free. Some people like stainless steel. I like glass. And then you just want to make sure it's not leaching.
So, and then, it's from the same company. Can you pronounce that?
Yeah, Enagic. It's a Japanese medical device company. The water that's produced out of an Enagic machine is called Kangen water. And Kangen water is a Japanese word for return to origin. That's what that means. Kangen means return to origin, because when we were babies, we were born with 90% water.
I like that.
So we're going back to the natural state of a baby that actually that's hydrated properly.
Yeah.
That's what Kangen means.
So what is next for Hydration Love?
We have at sports a lot. I think more than anything, I'm getting phone calls with people that have sickness or disease issues, like they're battling cancer. They have high blood pressure. When we look at high blood pressure, it's actually when acid crystallizes in the blood, veins, and arteries, it builds a wall around the blood, veins, and arteries. So when water is going through these blood, veins, and arteries, your blood is getting constricted because of that acid buildup. Okay. It's getting constricted because of that wall that's developed around the blood, veins, and arteries. So that's what spikes up high blood pressure.
And look at this, I don't want to say basic, but it almost is basic, and how much money people are going to save in the long run with health issues.
Yes.
And huge. Yes. Okay, so I do have one question too, because I am going to be seeing a friend on Monday, and he has, what did you call it?
Psoriasis, eczema.
Eczema.
Yes.
He has eczema. So what,
I'll tell you that it's 2.5. Okay. What cured my eczema and got rid of my friend that had psoriasis all over his body, he could not date. It was really hard for him.
Okay.
2.5, it kills all the bacteria and fungicides and all of that. You spray this topically on, or you could wet it on a pad, like a towel, and you could put it on the skin, wherever eczema or psoriasis or rosacea or anything that maybe bug bites, things like that. And then you just spray it or put it on, and you allow that water to get into the skin. And then we have beauty water. This machine makes beauty water. So for all the ladies that are beautiful and men,
like this. Okay.
Our hair, skin love acid water.
Okay, so then do you just like push a button and say I want beauty water?
Yep.
And then
you push a button and it shows you with beauty water. So Beauty water.
Oh,
And it
she
talks
even
to you.
sounds it so nice. Okay.
So beauty water will actually come out and you can put it in a spray bottle and create your own beauty spray. And you can put essential oils in it like orange or peppermint or lavender.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And make your own beauty
You
spray.
must love this.
And I go everywhere with this. This has
Right.
been my original machine for over 17 years.
Oh my goodness.
What's crazy is that this actually lasts for 40 to 50 years.
Oh my.
And so you buy it one time and you're done for the rest of your life.
Okay.
I've never had to buy toxic bottled water ever.
I would love to see companies also invest in this with their employees.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think that would be a huge benefit for them.
Absolutely. If
Yeah.
you're a company, if you work at a company that has a kitchen and a faucet and you would love to have Hydration Love come in and do a class or an
Yes.
educational class, we would love to visit your office. And then also dive deep into other questions and health issues that people are going through and answer those real life questions that are affecting you personally or your family.
So, okay, so Hydration Love, they can find you on Instagram.
Yes.
And they can start asking you questions.
Yeah,
through-
I get questions and I can create a video to answer that question. You
Oh.
can call us. We have lots of agents throughout California that come and they do follow-up calls with everyone that does messaging to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel like this has been like the best kept secret.
It
And
is.
we need to get it out
We
there.
need to get it out
It's-
there.
I mean,
It's time.
right, because
Yeah.
these aren't the best. These are not secrets. These are on people's shelves. These are on people's
Yeah.
refrigerators.
And they're
But
doing the most
this needs
damage.
to be- this is what is the best.
Yeah,
You guys.
You want the best. I'm like, get the best and be done, and so you can live a great life and not have to worry. In the first 20 minutes out of this machine
Yeah.
is the most potent antioxidants, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory water. Especially during allergy season.
Oh, this would be great for my son.
If you have
Okay.
allergies, you have inflammation.
Yes.
The antioxidant level that's coming fresh out of the machine is like -1,000 to -800 on an ORP meter. So
Okay.
it's called an oxidation reduction potential meter that measures millivolts of antioxidants.
And I'm excited because, and I know you brought me a lot.
Yeah.
Because I fell and I'm having inflammation,
Mhm.
and then I want my son, who he doesn't take anything. Like
Right.
he's really good at not taking stuff.
Yeah.
And yesterday he said to me, he goes, I ended up having to take. What do you say?
Ibuprofen or
Yes,
something like that.
because he had such a bad headache. Yes.
So headaches.
Yeah.
Headaches and migraines come from dehydration of the brain.
Oh.
Unless if there's a chemical imbalance
Ooh,
going on.
I don't
The
like
majority
that.
of the time, if you have a headache, it's because you're dehydrated, but your brain is especially dehydrated.
Okay.
And
that's
so
good to
there's not
know.
enough blood flowing going there. You're having a headache. Fogginess in the brain is the same way. If you want to bring
We get
oxygen
that.
to the brain.
Yeah.
When we look at, let's see, we talked about high blood pressure, arthritis. Gout is uric acid
Ooh.
buildup.
Yeah.
That's just uric acid buildup, so we have to detox that acid out of the body.
Do you feel like you have a really good immune system?
Oh yeah, I
Mhm.
rarely get sick. If I probably maybe once a year, I'll
Okay.
get it. But with 2.5, you can gargle this,
Okay.
and you can spray it on. I spray it in my eyes for my contacts,
Okay,
for
yeah.
aging in my eyes. I spray it on my face after I take off my makeup, and before I go to bed, I spray the the disinfectant to clear off any acne or bacteria. The beauty water I close as a toner, for my hair and my skin.
Whoa.
And then I eat good with 11.5. It cleans my fruits and vegetables, and then I'm drinking a high quality water that's detoxing me every single day. I'm cleaning that fishbowl.
Cleaning the fishbowl.
So
yeah.
So ask
Yeah.
yourself, even though you're drinking water, you're drinking acidic water for how many years, and then you're eating, we're creating hydrochloric acid, or if we're exercising, we're creating lactic acid.
Oh,
So we're
you know all this
combustion
stuff.
of
Okay.
acid all day long. We can't get around acid. We can't run away from it. It's just a
Yeah.
part of life. What we can do though is we can make better decisions on what we put in our body
Right.
and
right.
use that knowledge and then take the wisdom and actually invest into something that's gonna do preventative health for us.
And don't invest in these things.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff is super expensive. And gosh, what were you? Oh, And then the other buzzword in today's world is the clean gut, which I still believe in, the clean gut.
Yes, the clean gut.
And do you think that helps with the whole flow?
Yep. So I'm so glad you mentioned that. So don't drink higher alkaline water when you're eating.
Don't drink higher
because when your body's creating hydrochloric acid to break down your food, it gets released through your saliva when you're eating, and then it goes through your gut. Drink all the things that you want to drink. You don't want to wash away those stomach acids.
Okay.
So if you're going to drink juice or milk or coffee or tea or a liquor or a glass of wine or whatever you're doing that's acidic, carbonated. If you are going to do something carbonated, do it while you eat. Do all that while you eat. After 15-20 minutes before and after you're done eating, allow your body and your digestive system to do what it's got to do. Then go back to a healthy alkaline medical grade water.
Okay. Wow. This really truly is an education. And and again, you guys, if you have a lot of questions, please go to and DM Shaline for Hydration Love. Is there anything else that you'd like to end with that we should know? I mean,
gosh, there's so much good stuff.
Yeah.
I always say just make sure quality is better than quantity. You do want quantity, but if you're getting low quality and you're getting a lot of it, it's still not doing you a disservice. Get rid of the toxic bottled water. One.
I don't even want that anymore.
And this is like, they always ask me, like, well, how much does it range from? I'm like, it goes from $4,000 to $6,000, but there's payment plans. There's always ways to be able to afford this. I bought this as a broke college student.
Okay, that was 17 years ago, and you're still using the same machines.
Yeah.
And look at how much money you're saving on products, even. And health.
Yeah. A normal household will spend $20,000 in 20 years in a lifetime just on water.
And then let's talk about their cereal of sugar.
Yeah.
That they
all of those things. Right.
I have my little pet peeves with stuff. Okay, Shaline.
I'm just like, change your water, change your life.
Change your water, change your life. Yes, let's do that. I love it. And thank you I just love you.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to teach this, and I'm always like, share the good things.
Yeah, and this is, you guys, she's amazing because she's coming to educate you and me at the same time, and brings all of this. You take your time, you're compassionate about it. She's about community, and she wants to make a difference, and you truly are living a purposeful life that God wants you to live.
Oh yeah, that just reminds me, pray with your water. Water has memory.
Really?
Yeah, Dr. Emoto did a huge research study, and when you pray or speak good, loving things to your water, it creates a beautiful snowflake on a microscope. They took scientific research on this. And then when you speak bad words to it, it becomes fragmented. So when you drink your water, I love you, water. Thank you for healing me. Thank you for giving me good health. Thank you for the beauty that you do. Like, speak loving, kind words to your water. It has memory.
And you know what? If you do that while you're praying and speaking kind, loving words, then hopefully when people walk out the door, they're doing the same thing outside. All right, you guys, thank you so much. And I so appreciate you joining again with the Get Real with Jill show and our return guest, Shaline Jane. And you guys, feel free to please subscribe to my Spotify podcast. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And remember, like we were talking, be kind to people. Your smile can make a difference in somebody else's life. You never know what they're going through. And their smile back at you can make a difference in your life. Be blessed, and we will see you next time.